Hey guys, it's Sarah. Thank you so much for watching. So today I have just my current favorites. I kind of stopped doing monthly favorites a little while ago just because I was realizing that I never really had that many favorites each month, so I feel like it makes more sense to kind of just do them whenever I have like a good number of products to share with you. So I have a handful of newly discovered and then also some rediscovered favorites that I wanted to share with you. These are just some products that I'm really loving, some makeup, some skincare, actually a hair care item. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm really excited to share them with you. There's just nothing more fun than sharing favorites because they're all my favorites. They're all products that I love. One favorite that I did recently discover is this Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick, and I have it in the shade Light. So this is a cream contour stick. The thing that really impresses me about this is the tone. It is like a truly cool toned cream contour. Now, the thing about this is I figured out I can't really just draw it directly on and then blend it out with a sponge or a brush. It's a lot easier for me to first apply it to a brush and then apply it to my skin, but it blends out beautifully that way. It looks so natural. They make also like a medium and a deep shade, and I'm not sure if those are also cool toned or not. But if you're looking for like this color of a cream contour, I cannot believe that this is available from such an affordable brand. I really feel like it's hard to find cool toned contour products at the drugstore, especially from cruelty-free brands. So I have been loving this, and the brush that I've been enjoying using with it is the Profusion Contour Brush, and this actually came with a big brush set. And both of these will actually be included in an upcoming haul update along with the rest of this brush set. I do have some mixed feelings on the brush set as a whole from Profusion, but this brush in particular I really like. It's a nice size, a nice density, works really well with a cream product like this, and it also works really well with powder products. So yeah, but that combo has been so nice. I feel like it does, wear pretty well. I never really have issues with my cheek products wearing off though, so maybe if you're outside sweating or like exercising in this, it might not last super long like most cream products, but I feel like day-to-day wear, it wears really nicely, and I just love the way it looks. It looks so natural. I feel like I've never really found a contour product that was actually the right shade for me, and this one is, and I'm just so impressed. And I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. Actually I do, and that's because Jordana isn't very accessible. You pretty much can only find, you can only find the full range of products on their website, and I think they're being taken out of Walgreens, even though at Walgreens they really didn't have that many options. They really just had like a small end cap usually, at least at mine. And I've also heard they're sold at Kmart, but is Kmart even still around? I think it is for some people, but I mean, I don't have Kmart near me. I definitely, there are a lot of great Jordana products. I actually have another favorite from them that I'm about to share, but it's hot in here. I have to close my window when I film, otherwise there's a lot of background noise, so I'm just like burning up. Also, I decided to wear a turtleneck, which wasn't very smart. But anyway, point is, I think the only place you can really find this is on their website. This one snuck up on me. I wasn't expecting to like this, especially at first. This is the Take Cover Full Coverage Concealer. I have it in Porcelain, which is the second lightest shade. Okay, so the thing about this that you must be aware of is that it is not actually full coverage. And that, at first, I discovered that very early on, and I said, oh, this isn't full coverage. I'm not gonna like this. Because it does irritate me. This is a pet peeve of mine. When concealers or foundations, any kind of coverage product says that it's full coverage and it's not, why even call it that? Just call it like, I don't know, if they'd called this like a creamy, lightweight, moisturizing concealer, I would have been sold, and I wouldn't have been expecting a full coverage concealer, so I wouldn't have been initially disappointed. Now, getting over the initial disappointment, I do really like this. So first of all, I did a great job picking the shade online. I almost never buy complexion products online because it's impossible to pick the right shade most of the time, but since this isn't really available in stores, I kind of had no choice. But this has kind of a peachy undertone, works really well, especially for my under eyes. What I love about this is a few things. First of all, it does have a very creamy, hydrating feel to it, but it's not overly like thick and creamy. It blends in super quickly, whether it's with my finger, with a brush, with a sponge, any of that, it just blends in so seamlessly. The finish is kind of I don't want to say dewy, it just looks, it makes my under eyes look hydrated, and it kind of just looks like a second layer of skin. And so I ended up really liking this a lot, and I've been reaching for it a lot lately because it's just so easy to wear. I've also been wearing the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer a lot, but that one is like heavy duty, thick, high coverage. This is the opposite of that. It's light to medium coverage at best, but it's just so comfortable. You can't mess it up. It always just looks well blended and just kind of brightening. And I'm sure a lot of that has to do with the shade, but I didn't like, I like this shade because it's not too light to where it like emphasizes my under eyes, but it's just light enough that it just brightens up the area really nicely. I really have been enjoying it, surprisingly. I thought that I was going to end up having to like harp on it for not being full coverage, but looking past that, even though they really should reconsider the name of this because it's, like I said, not full coverage, I just think it's a really nice, comfortable concealer. Obviously no one's talking about it because it's Jordana, but it is a really nice concealer. If you're looking to place an order on Jordana's website, I would definitely recommend both of those products. And like I said, the rest of the products that were in that haul, where I hauled a bunch of Jordana stuff and then some other stuff, that haul update will be coming at some point in August. It's taking me a while, but sometime this month, pretty sure you'll be able to hear my thoughts on all those products that I mentioned. Let's talk about the other couple of makeup products. So one makeup product, this is probably no surprise. I have not been able to stop wearing this. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. I have the mini size. I got the little duo with this and the liquid version for $20. I'm not sure if that's still available on Sephora's website, but if it is, I will link that. If not, I'll link the mini of this, which is normally $22. This is so nice. I'm actually not wearing it today, although it looks like I am. I'm actually wearing an eyeshadow today, and you will see this on Saturday, this look that I'm wearing. Anyway, so I'm not wearing this today, but this is such a gorgeous, I've worn it in a ton of videos lately. I'll try to put a clip of me wearing it or something, but it is just so, I totally see the hype behind these now. At first I was worried that it might be too dark on me, but it's really not. I do think maybe if you have a much lighter skin tone than mine, it might be just a hair too dark, but I don't feel like there's any kind of shadow underneath it or anything like that that makes it look too dark on me. It just looks, I don't even know how to describe it. Wet isn't even the right word. But I notice it especially on camera when I'm going back and editing my videos and I'm wearing this highlighter. My cheeks just look so smooth and reflective, and it's not even like so over the top like some of those like really metallic highlighters. It's not like that. It's just, I don't know what it is. I just love it. I love it so much more than I even thought I would. I knew I would like it, but I've been wearing it almost every day that I've worn powder highlight. The liquid version is different. It's not quite the same. It doesn't look quite the same on my cheeks. It's a little more subtle, which makes sense. But the powder one I've been reaching for especially a lot, although I do like the liquid one as well. Of the two, I really like the powder one. It's just, there's just something very special about it, and I totally understand now why that is like the cult favorite highlighter that everyone thinks of when they think of highlighter. And then the last makeup product, I rediscovered this last month in my 4 weeks for lipsticks. This was one of the 4 that I was wearing in July, and my goal is always to wear each of those lipsticks twice, and I wore this 9 times. I just couldn't stop wearing it. It is so creamy. This is one of those lipsticks that is very kind of glossy. The finish is very glossy. It feels like you're wearing a lip balm, even though you're, you know, it is really lipstick. It does have the color payoff of a lipstick. It's just so creamy and comfortable. Did I say this is the shade Beachside? I went so long without wearing this. It is such a soft formula that you can see it's kind of leaning over. This is something that I would like to try to use up eventually because, you know, I do think this is kind of a more natural brand. I do kind of worry that it might go bad. I've had it for like a year and a half now, but I love this lipstick and now I want more shades, although I'm mostly just interested in the nude shades because I think that with this kind of formula in a like deeper shade or like a bright berry or red would look, I don't know how it would look. I usually like a more matte lip for those kinds of shades, but for a nude lip like this, It is just so comfortable to wear, so easy to throw on. It's kind of like the perfect combination of a gloss and a lipstick. You know, it's not the most long wearing, obviously, but it is just such a nice lipstick. So I'm gonna put it on right now so you can see it. I'll take off what I have on. The color I have on right now is similar, but I want you to see what I'm talking about. It's like the 4th time I've changed lipstick today. But see, it's kind of like moving back and forth in the tube as I'm applying it, which is pretty annoying, not gonna lie. It's just such a soft texture. But there's that. You can see it's just so perfect. This would be the perfect like work appropriate lipstick. Just so easy to have in your purse and just throw on whenever you feel like you need a little something. Love it. Anyway, so I think I talked long enough about that, but that is just, I am so sad that I went so long without wearing this, but I'm very happy that I rediscovered it this month. Okay, a couple of skincare favorites. The Supergoop Everyday Sunscreen. This one was the winner in my best and worst drugstore face sunscreens, or not necessarily drugstore, but face sunscreens under $20. This one just met that requirement. It was, I think it's $19. You can get it at Sephora, you can get it on Amazon, other places online too. But this is such a good sunscreen. It says it's for face and body, and I'm actually considering buying just like the big old jug of this. I think it's like $40-something for like a huge jug, and I'm thinking that'll just be my everyday sunscreen, not just for my face but also for my body. This one is like the foolproof one that I can always rely on. It never looks bad. Slightly shiny, but in a way that I really like. I like a little bit of a dewy glow to my skin, and this is what I'm wearing today underneath my makeup. I wear it on no makeup days. It's just so easy to put on. It just glides on like a lotion. And so for that reason, I do think I want to buy the full size. But anyway, I do love this sunscreen. It is so good. So good. It's really the only one that I've wanted to reach for, just because it's so easy. So definitely recommend that, especially if you are a beginner to sunscreen and you just want something that looks good all the time, that's not gonna, you know, have a white cast or anything. It's just gonna blend in really quickly. That is the best one. The best cruelty-free one. I'm sure there are plenty of non-cruelty-free ones that are great. It is not easy to find a good cruelty-free sunscreen, by the way. Just saying. Okay, another skincare product that I recently rediscovered / repurchased after not having it for a long time is from Paula's Choice, and it's their clear anti-redness exfoliating solution. So I used to use almost exclusively Paula's Choice skincare, and I loved it. Like, there's nothing better in my opinion. There's not a single product from Paula's Choice that is bad. They don't use fragrance in their products. Well, I sound like an ad right now, but I do love Paula's Choice. It's just that they are pricey compared to a lot of drugstore brands. So I was determined for a long time to find like cheaper replacements to Paula's Choice. And the only thing that I really felt like I was missing, that I could not be without from Paula's Choice, is their BHA exfoliant. I don't know of any drugstore cruelty-free BHA liquid exfoliants like this. There's one from the brand Earth Science, but it's like the same price as this and you don't even get as much product in it. And I think it's a lotion exfoliant, but I mean, it looks like a really good product, but it's not any cheaper than this. In fact, I think it's more expensive per ounce. I know The Ordinary, I don't know if they make one. I don't purchase from The Ordinary because like I just don't have enough information to like know that they're for sure cruelty free. This really isn't that expensive, especially even compared to brands like Derma E. Derma E is technically a drugstore brand, but they're pretty pricey. But the Paula's Choice BHA, actually right now this is on sale for $23.60. I don't know if it'll be on sale when this video goes up, but normally it is $29.50, so around $30, but I always, anytime I order from Paula's Choice, I'm using taking advantage of some kind of sale. So they'll have like 20% off, or in this case, this product is marked down to $23, which really is not that much more expensive than a lot of drugstore products. So to me, that is a reasonable price. And I just, as soon as I started using this again, I noticed that my skin was just looking so much better. Now my skin is breaking out because I think another product that I was testing started breaking me out. So it's not, but this product has just The minute I started using it, I noticed such an improvement. Not the minute, but like the next couple of days. My skin just improved so much. I was noticing less bumps on my forehead. I used to have just so many little bumps on my forehead, texture on my skin, little breakouts. I'm breaking out less. Yeah, so I'm very happy to have this again. This is one, I think this is the only Paula's Choice product that I really feel that strongly about. Like, I can't find anything comparable. So, and it's really not that expensive. If it was like $80, then yeah, we'd have a problem. But $23, usually I can get it for $25 or less if I'm using some kind of sale, so that's really not that bad. I can live with that. And I've started just applying this with my hands and not using a cotton round or a reusable cotton round, because I've heard of people doing that, and I don't know, for some reason I just never tried it myself, but I'm able to use so much less product. Cotton rounds, whether they're reusable or not, they do soak up a lot of product. So, or not a lot, but you know, they are inevitably going to soak up some product. So I'll just cup my hand like this and just do like 3 drops of it and just rub it all over my face. I rub it between my hands, rub it all over my face. And so I'm able to use less product each time, so I won't have to repurchase it as much. So that has been great as well. Anyway, long story short, I'm just so happy to have this back because it is so good. So good. There's really just nothing that compares. One day I would like to go back to just using Paula's Choice because I really do want to have like a completely fragrance-free skincare routine, and it's almost impossible to have a fragrance-free, cruelty-free drugstore skincare routine. It's just impossible. Okay, so I actually have a deodorant to share with you. It's been a while since I've had a new favorite deodorant, but so they did send this to me, but obviously this is my honest opinion. I have been so pleasantly surprised by this deodorant. I wasn't expecting to like it at all. I had given up on natural deodorants, but this is an aluminum-free deodorant from the brand Zion Health, and it's their clay dry deodorant. I have it in the Sweet Amber scent, and this is the bold version, and that's important because they also have a silk version that doesn't work. That doesn't work nearly as well as this one, I should say. So now this does contain baking soda, and at first I was nervous to try it because there was a deodorant in the past that contained baking soda that gave me an allergic reaction. It was the Primal Pit Paste one. But that one must have just had a very strong concentration of baking soda because I had never had that reaction with any of the Schmidt's deodorants, which also contain baking soda. And that one, I was able to wear it just fine for a while, and then eventually it started giving me a terrible rash, so I stopped using it. And so since then I've stayed away from any kind of baking soda containing deodorant. So I was nervous about this, but the person who reached out to me told me that it's a small amount and that most people who have had reactions to baking soda deodorants in the past have not reacted to this one. And so I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I was scared to at first, but I didn't end up reacting, and I've been using this probably for a month now, and I still haven't reacted to it. So if that does change, maybe I will develop an allergic reaction to it further down the road. I doubt it, but maybe, and I will certainly let you know if that does happen. But that out of the way, this really does work, which I have had luck with certain natural deodorants in the past working for me, but also staining my clothes, specifically with the Schmidt's. The Schmidt's ones worked, but I would always end up with these awful stains on my shirts, and so I just stopped using them because I was just so tired of that happening. And so that was the main thing that I was worried about with this. I thought, if it's anything like Schmidt's, I'm probably not gonna like it because it's probably gonna stain my clothes. Well, it doesn't. It doesn't stain my clothes, and I'm so happy about that. I really haven't had an issue with that, and I think one reason is that it's not very like soft and goopy like some of the Schmidt's ones are. It has a very solid texture, and it actually does feel very stiff at first, so you kind of have to let it warm up under there and then work it in. You can't just go straight in because it's really stiff and kind of hard to get it on the first couple of times, but you get used to it. So this has actually been working really well. I don't even feel like I need to reapply it throughout the day. I can apply this first thing in the morning, wear it all throughout the day, go to the gym in the evening, and still not have any odor when I'm done at the gym. It's really surprising. I wasn't expecting it to work quite that well. I was thinking maybe it'll work, but I may have to reapply before I go to the gym. But no, I mean, it really does last all day. Now, it's not an antiperspirant, so it's not gonna keep you from sweating, which I don't really mind because I don't really sweat that much anyway, and obviously sweating is your body's way of naturally cooling itself down, so I don't mind a little bit of sweating. And so I've been really impressed by this. Now, this brand is pending on Logical Harmony, but it's Leaping Bunny certified, so because of that I am comfortable purchasing from this brand. So I'm really happy with this. Now, like I said, the silk version they also sent me, that one doesn't work as well. But this also, the scent, Sweet Amber, is such a nice scent. It is just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a sweet amber. I don't know, maybe a little bit of sandalwood in there. It's just a really nice light scent. I don't think it's overly feminine or masculine. I think it is a little bit more feminine, but I just love this scent. I still like Certain Dry, and the thing about Certain Dry is it is an antiperspirant. It's not a natural deodorant. So I am really excited now to have a natural deodorant that I can recommend, because I know that is really important to a lot of people. I don't have a problem with aluminum in my deodorant. Like, I really just, doesn't matter to me. So I guess it kind of just depends on whichever I can get for cheaper. I do think that this one is cheaper though than Certain Dry, so this may just be my go-to from now on. We'll see how long it takes me to go through it though, because that is important. But so far, really impressed with that. Wasn't really expecting to be. I was expecting to not like it, but I gave it a chance and I can definitely recommend it. So if you've had, I know a lot of people have told me they've had the same problem that I had with natural deodorants and they also gave up on them. If you still want a natural deodorant, that is the best one I've found. It really does work throughout the day. It works just as well as Schmidt's, because Schmidt's really did work for controlling odor, but it doesn't stain my clothes, so that is just like a win-win. And just keep in mind it does have a little bit of baking soda in it, so if you have super sensitive skin, you may just want to stay away from it. And then finally I have a hair product, and it's actually a hairspray, and before this I didn't even own hairspray, which is kind of crazy. So this is from the brand Cake. I got this at Walgreens, and it's their the Holdout. Is this even really a hairspray? Hang on. Yes, it is a Flexy Hold hairspray is what they describe it as. And I'm wearing this today in my hair. I just did some kind of loose curls. I used to not really feel like I had much of a need for hairspray because my hair really does hold a curl pretty well, but this is just perfect because it adds like a little bit of volume, a little bit of texture to my hair, and it does kind of keep the curl holding for longer. But it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing hairspray. Like, it's so soft, it's not crunchy at all. I hate that feeling in my hair. Like, again, I'd rather just not wear hairspray at all than have that like crunchy, stiff feeling. It just goes in so like finely, like the spray is very fine. Hang on, I can even show you right now. It also smells really good, but it's like, you can't even really see it, but it just comes out and it just, I don't know, I just really like it. And I haven't really liked a hairspray or even had a hairspray to recommend for a while. But now if you like the really strong hold hairspray that like freezes your hair in place, that's not this. You're not gonna get that. But if you do like kind of a soft, flexible hold, that's exactly what this is. And it says it has hints, the scent has hints of caramelized sugar and vanilla. It smells so good. It kind of smells like baked goods, but not in a weird way. Like, normally I wouldn't want that smell in my hair, but it's just a light, kind of sweet scent. Really nice. They have this at Walgreens now, at least at mine. I also bought their dry shampoo, and I just don't really care for dry shampoo that much, but I do like that one. I just don't think it's that good. Like, I don't know. But then again, I'm not really that into dry shampoo. It is nice for adding texture though. But this hairspray is so nice. I pretty much use it now anytime I style my hair, which certainly isn't every day, but I just feel like it makes my hair look so nice. It's just a nice little finishing touch. So definitely recommend that for those of you who like kind of a soft hold hairspray. So I think those are all my favorites. I feel like that was a lot, or at least I had a lot to say about all of them. But I'm thinking I will just continue doing favorites maybe seasonally or every few months, just as I accumulate enough favorite things to talk about. Oh, I also wanted to mention, I think I'm going to stop doing empties monthly. You might have noticed I didn't have an empties video go up at the end of July. And I was realizing that I'm just not going through as many products. And a lot of months I would just have like a handful of products to talk about. And so I think I'm just gonna start doing empties every 3 months, just seasonally. I'm thinking that means I'll have my next empties at the end of September. So, and that'll be 3 months. I think that makes more sense for my like makeup consumption now, because I think I'm just getting to this point where I'm not going through as much stuff, which is great. I think that's a good thing, because less trash. But anyway, just a little update on that. Fewer empties, because I also want to have fewer like recurring videos every single month, because I felt like half of my videos every month were a recurring video, like a video that you would see every single month, and I don't want my channel to be that repetitive. I feel like that might get kind of boring. So hopefully that's okay with you, doing empties every 3 months, and then also favorites probably around every 3 months as well, just whenever, pretty much, whenever I feel like it. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I hope to see you again very soon. I will talk to you next time. Bye.